Hey, hey, hey! Welcome back to Melinda's Messy Sink. In today's video, I have another What's for Dinner video. I have 6 great dinner ideas to hopefully inspire you to cook at home. Hey guys, tonight for dinner is another Copycat dinner. We are having Copycat McRib sandwiches from McDonald's. I saw this recipe on Veronica's channel from Southern Family Life, and I decided I wanted to give it a try. She said her family loves these and they love the McRib. My husband is a huge McRib fan. He gets so excited every year when it comes out. I'm just gonna cook these based on package instructions on the back. And then I bought some hamburger dill chips, pickles, and some of the Aunt Millie's deli sub rolls. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this in the oven. We are gonna have some coleslaw with this tonight. Earlier today, I went ahead and made the coleslaw. I just bought one of those pre-sliced coleslaw mixes from Walmart, and I give it a good chop, and then I used this Marzetti's original slaw dressing. I need to give this a good stir, and then coleslaw will be all set. All right guys, our McRib, our banquet family size boneless rib patties have finished cooking. We need to let them sit for 5 minutes. I'm gonna scoot these over, and then in the meantime, we are going to warm up my husband's first sub bun in the microwave. So once it gets closer, all I do is I just wrap up the bun, maybe 10-15 seconds at the most, depending on the wattage of your microwave. That way his bun's nice and soft and warm to go with his McRib. I have my bun that's been warmed up in the microwave. I'm gonna take some of these McRib patties, or some of these barbecue patties, I should say. I'm gonna add some extra sauce. My husband likes sauce. He doesn't like any kind of cheese on his. He just likes the sauce, extra sauce. So the messier the better is how I kind of took it. Then he likes to have onion, of course, on his. All right, and then he likes the hamburger dill pickles. At McDonald's, it comes on the sandwich. He likes his on the side. So I'm gonna get them drained off really good and put them here. You need more than that, babe? All right, and then let me put a little bit of coleslaw on his plate. And this is dinner at our house. Hey guys, tonight we are having Doritos chicken casserole for dinner. So I have 3 cups of cooked chicken. I had a rotisserie chicken that I had taken all the meat off the bones and had this in the freezer. So I thawed this out. Whoops. And then we're gonna be adding cream of chicken, some diced tomatoes, and some taco seasoning into a bowl. Next, we're gonna be adding 1 cup of taco blend cheese. Next, 1 cup of milk. I'm sorry, 1/2 cup of milk, sorry about that. We're gonna give this a good mix. We're gonna add in our chicken. We have our oven preheating on 350 degrees. I bought one of those multi-packages of potato chips, and I've got several bags of Doritos that I'm planning to use up on this dish. All right, so I have a 2-quart baking dish. I have sprayed it with non-stick cooking spray. And what we're going to do is we are going to take one of our bags of Doritos and we're going to crunch them up. Going to get it spread all around the bottom. Then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to pour half of our chicken mixture into this dish. All right, we're gonna add another layer of Doritos. Lay down the next half, all the rest of the chicken mixture. We're gonna add another layer of Doritos. We're gonna cover the top of this with another cup of taco blend cheese. This is going to go into our preheated oven at 350 degrees for 30 to 35 minutes. We just want to make sure that it's heated throughout. While my casserole is in the oven, I have been chopping up some lettuce, tomatoes, opened up a can of black olives, sliced black olives, and have been dicing up some green onions. All right, our casserole just came out of the oven. I'm going to let it set up for about 5-10 minutes, and then we'll get this plated up. And here is dinner tonight at our house. Hey guys, tonight for dinner we are having meatloaf, mashed potatoes, and a can of sweet peas. So I have some ground beef here. I have cut up about a half of an onion. I'm gonna get it put in our mixing bowl. I'm gonna add some green onions. I'm going to add 2 eggs. I'm going to season my ground beef with some Lowry seasoning salt, just regular Lowry's, some onion powder, some garlic powder, and some black pepper. I usually just take a fork and give it a good mix. Next, I'm gonna add some panko breadcrumbs. I typically use the Italian style. Once I get that going pretty well, I like to add a little bit of Worcestershire sauce. Just a little squirt of mustard. And then some ketchup as well. All right, and then with that extra liquid that I just added, I'll need some more breadcrumbs. I have my oven preheating on 350 degrees. All right, then next, I typically take like some kind of cake pan or cookie sheet with a lip on the side, and then I put a rack on top, and I make my meat mixture into a loaf. And I just use my hands. I just make sure my rings and stuff are all off. I typically like to do 2 loaves. It's just kind of what we do around here. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give my hands a good wash. I'm going to get these in the oven starting at about 35 minutes or so. I'm gonna start checking that. Okay guys, my meatloaf has cooked about 35 minutes or so. I just have a mixture of ketchup with some water in it to thin it out a little bit. And all I'm gonna do is coat the top and the sides with some ketchup. All right, we're gonna get this back in the oven for about 7 to 10 minutes just to give this a chance to, for the water to evaporate and the ketchup to turn into a glaze. And here is dinner at our house this evening. Meatloaf, mashed potatoes, and peas. Hey guys, tonight for dinner we are having ham, soup beans, and cornbread. My husband may have me fry up some potatoes too, I'm not sure. I am using these jarred beans that I bought. I'm gonna try to make the real thing
out of the dried beans one weekend. But since it's a busy weekday and this was on our menu for this week, I wanted to go ahead and use up these beans. My husband will take a bunch of these to work and share them as well. So all I've done is I have my large crock pot out. I have sprayed this with nonstick cooking spray just for easier cleanup. I'm gonna just dump these in. And then I had a leftover ham bone in our freezer from, I think it was Christmas, or no, I think this was from Thanksgiving. So I'm gonna put that in my crock pot as well. Then I'm gonna add my next jar of beans. I'm gonna get the lid put on this. And I'm gonna turn this on low and let it cook all day. All right, I have pulled the ham bone out, and we're just gonna make sure that a lot of the meat has already fallen off, but there's a little bit of meat here and there, so we're gonna go ahead and get the meat off the bone and get the ham, the meat of the ham back in the beans. And then it's gonna be time to eat. I was able to get this much more meat off the bone. I'm gonna get this dumped back into the crock pot. All right, guys, our beans are finished. We're just waiting on our cornbread to finish up, and then it's time to get dinner plated up. Okay, guys, here's dinner at our house this evening. Corn fritters and ham and soup beans. Hey guys, tonight for dinner, my husband wants beef enchiladas. So I am currently browning some ground beef and onions. As soon as I get this done and get it drained, I'll meet you over on my counter to put it together. Okay guys, I've got my ground beef, browned, and the grease has been drained. I had some leftover hamburger meat that was flavored with taco seasoning from a recipe that I did earlier in the week. And so I went ahead and threw that in so I can use it in this. And I also had some leftover red sauce. So I'm gonna plan on using this red enchilada sauce too. I have my cake pan lightly sprayed with Pam for easy cleanup. I have a mat here that I can use to make I'm making a lot of noise, aren't I? I have a mat here that I can use to assemble our enchiladas. I am using the soft taco tortillas size. My meat mixture is still pretty hot, so I'm gonna use a spoon. Normally I let it cool off, but I'm cooking a little late today. I had a later meeting in the day. So I have a video where I went through step by step on how to do this, so I'm kind of going high level today. I can link that other video in the description box. We gave us a good helping of hamburger. We're gonna put some cheese on. We are going to, I always like to roll it and then bring it towards me and then continue to roll it. And then I'm gonna put it seam side down. And I'm gonna keep going until I get my cake pan full. All right, I was able to fit in 6, there's my dog, y'all, every time. All right, I was able to fit in 6 flour tortillas. What I like to do is all the crumbs that's left over, I just put them down in the cake pan. And then I do have a little bit of ground beef left, so I'm gonna do the same thing and just kind of spread it around. That way nothing goes to waste. All right, next step, we're going to take my leftover enchilada sauce and we're gonna pour it all over the top. My oven is preheating to 350 degrees. And then finally, I'm gonna kind of shake this around a little bit and let it get down a little bit. All right, and then the last thing, we're gonna add some grated, taco blend cheese to the top. However cheesy you like yours, there's no right or wrong answer. You do what your family prefers. All right, this is gonna go into my preheated oven until the top of the cheese is melted and the red sauce is bubbly. All right, guys, our enchiladas just came out of the oven, and I'm gonna let them kind of rest for about 5-10 minutes, and then we'll get dinner plated up. And here is my husband's plate for dinner tonight. Beef enchiladas. Hey guys, tonight for dinner we are having homemade pizza. My husband is currently chopping up onions and green peppers. I am browning a roll of sausage and a pound of hamburger. I bought these pizza crusts from Walmart. There's 2 pizza crusts in the package. Some pizza sauce, sliced button mushrooms, sliced black olives, pepperoni, and anything else, babe? And mozzarella cheese. I gotta go outside to the garage and get the mozzarella cheese. All right, guys, so my husband's gonna decorate his own pizza tonight. He's gonna start out by adding some pizza sauce, and then add his, do you do the meat next or the veggies? Then he'll start adding the meats and veggies. You can add as much or as little of the different ingredients as your family would prefer.
I go heavy.
My husband tends to go pretty heavy on the ingredients.
Except for the sauce.
All right, we're gonna get this into our preheated 400-degree oven for about 35 to 40 minutes, depending on how your oven cooks. My husband has loaded this pizza down, so it takes a little bit longer for the middle to get really warm. So sometimes cheese has a little bit of brown on the top, but that's how we like it.
And that's a wrap on this week's What's for Dinner video. Thank you guys so much for following along and watching, liking, and commenting on each of my videos. I appreciate each and every one of you so much. Don't forget, Jesus loves you. I'll see you in the next video.